Okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun awamo.
We are starting late tonight because I ran into a technical glitch, but I've managed to fix that. So let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Please share the broadcast. Thank you very much for joining me.
Maiyegun diary Politico. Godfatherism.
Thank you so much. Share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. It's actually going to be interesting, even though it's going to be short because we are starting late. So share the broadcast. It will, it's going to work. Kale, Dewo, Sonuku. Tell them. Trouble in paradise. Let's start. No time to waste time. If you have managed to read the caption of the broadcast, you can make your own contribution accordingly, right? So we're going to talk about a lot of things, and I'm going to, as usual, I'm going to mesmerize you with the truth that will eventually put you into that possible position to see clearly why many of us don't believe in any lies they put together. We can see through them, and once you don't believe in the lies, it's going to be hard for you to be kind of swayed by their lies. So Femi Adesina dropped another bombshell. I know that when Adesina opened his mouth, right? What comes out of there is just simply garbage, like his boss, garbage, Shehu. So he came out just today, and I don't know what you mean by that, but we'll get to that part. He said, many of you Nigerians, you are not encouraging Buhari enough to fight the terrorists in Nigeria on the issue of insecurity. But the first question that came to my mind was immediately I read that was, where is Buhari? Is in London. Whatever you are facing in Nigeria, it's none of his business. You know what I mean? He's a visitor. And yeah. Meanwhile, many of you, my Yoruba brothers and sisters, lovers of freedom, liberation, independence, the Omoluabi in us, in order for them not to go into total extinction, you have decided to hold the bull by the horn. As much as Tifnubu and gang are working day and night to either buy or blackmail just anyone in Yorubaland for their selfish swagger. So I'm so proud of us, and I am telling you tonight that we're going to talk a bit about the petition, which is for the Yoruba people. 10%, or let me say 8% of the Yoruba population worldwide could pull up that 5 million signature. So everybody can contribute their own quota. I'll tell you what I have done on my own part, and I'll show you how to join the signatories to this petition as a Yoruba son or daughter. However, we'll talk about that. Then it is also that there is trouble in paradise. That's actually the interesting part for me, which happened to be the recent, or let me say the new development in Lagos, where MC Olueran has declared independence. NURTW Lagos Agbero, independence of all of Nigeria Agbero. And that is what made it that's what makes it kind of interesting for me. Because you know what? It is identical to what we are telling them when it comes to being lorded over and what have you. But it's kind of at the same time comical too. They suspended MC Olueran from their national Agberoism. You know, he's a member of the National Agberoism, which started from Lagos and then headquartered in Abuja. We don't know what caused the wahala between them, but 2023 is coming. And like I told you, all of those who are getting ready to say, except they give it to Asiwaju Awatole, Nigeria will break. And I support them. If they don't give Tifnumbu your 2023 ticket, you will join us. We'll say, oh yeah, break them. Now, the practicability of that is what MC Olueran just did. They told him in Abuja, you, Lagos, MC, you are suspended. I was like, is it because we are just making you feel like important? You suspend me in Lagos. Are you mad? He just declared independence. It's no longer part of the national Agberoism. Now they are holding their base. Now, after MC Olueran declared himself the president of Lagos Agbero, no more part of Nigeria, Lagos state government quickly weighed in. And what happened? They said the park managers that you have in Ibadan, they want to have it in Lagos. No more MC Olueran. That's why I call it trouble in paradise. I'll tell you what I know about that. They are telling you to go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. And many of you are so confident about we need to get our PVC. We must change all these leaders as if to say you actually have an idea of how to change them. Who are you getting your PVC for? The people that APC, Egbekegbe, will give you, or the people that PDP, people destroying people, give to you, or which one? So you are deceiving yourselves when you tell yourselves that we must break ourselves away from these people. We must elect responsible people. Last, the responsible people will be the same criminals who put you in this mess in the first place. But they are not telling you that truth. I'm going to do some comparison as well, if time permits today. You get what I mean now? So where should we start from? And you also probably could join, when you get your PVC, you probably could go and join the Redeemed Directorate Party. Or I'm giving them name, or Redeemed Church is having Directorate of Politics, another Sakamanje that will just be laced with a little bit of a blood of Jesus. And everybody will begin to queue and say, shut up your mouth. You don't understand. I understand very well. Now you know get on. Because when I look at the people, the criminals, where they say, we need to, the reason why Redeem says everybody should get involved in politics is because everybody knows that politicians are just rogues, criminals. Oh, really? Lovely. And then at the same time, we need, responsible people. We need God-fearing people in politics. What else do you want them to do? I say, Baba, calm down, calm down, calm down. You don't need to begin to vibrate. Maybe you just told us now that the reason why Redeem want to be in politics is because they want to send good people in. But your number one star boy, the number one pride, the number one Oluomo, the son of your Baba Gio, the pride of all of you. If no be say Buhari don't mess up completely, if not because of what Nigeria has become, fake Pastor Ruga is your pride in Redeemed Church. Claim it. Most of the state governors you see in Yorubaland, in Igbo land, in the Niger Delta, all over southern Nigeria, go and check them. They are members of your Redeemed Church, and they claim to be what? To be redeemed. And guess what? They are always there. You know what I'm talking about. When you have your VIP, who is who, that comes to the president of Baba Gio every year, or every 4 years, and every time you do your Holy Ghost Congress. So don't pretend, please. So don't pretend and tell us that, the reason why, who are you trying to lace your lies, your pretense, your chains, your slavery? You want to lace them with a little bit of a blood of Jesus. And then you think some of us will now sit down here and say, that's true. That makes sense. It's a very good move. I mean, the bank thieves in Nigeria, bank thieves, the highest percentage of bank thieves, bank CEOs, those who stole your billions, ran your bank aground, they are members of your Redemption People's Party. So don't sell us that bubble. We know better. And that is why we tell people who care to listen, you don't really have to listen. Are these not the same characters who told you that they will turn your Nigeria automatically to Dubai? And what did they turn your Nigeria to right now? They turned it into an automatic where? Afghanistan. And now that they have turned it into Afghanistan, that is a jungle where dog eats dog, that kind of thing. They still put the blame back on you. According to Femi Adesina. Femi Adesina said, if to say you are very, very grateful for what do you call it? For what Buhari has done for you. And then you could have encouraged him. Do you understand that now? Encourage Buhari to do more. What do you want to encourage Buhari? Let me ask you. Is it that the over 30,000 repentant Boko Haram terrorists and Fulani terrorists that they call bandits, they say they are repentant? Is that one that that they are releasing terrorists? The insecurity continues to escalate, and yet you have been forced to your corner with fear of being killed by your own government. If you come out to say, Baba, you released 30,000 terrorists. You are using our money that should be used for, to care for those who are Nigerians. If you have protected them, you are using that money to rehabilitate terrorists. We don't even complain, no. Yet insecurity increased and people are still being kidnapped en masse. They say, no, you are not encouraging them. That is what he said. You are not, you should be encouraging Buhari on this. That means maybe you should, it was the same Femi Adesina that said, which one do you really prefer? Your land or your life? That what is land over your life? Which one do you prefer? So APC, Egbekegbe, they came with terror. They terrorized all of you into silence. But you are not paying attention. The fear, the terror, the killing, the all of that, right? You are not paying attention. They are doing numbers on you so that at the end of the day, the fear of you asking that what the hell is going on alone will make you accept anything they give to you. And that is the state you are now. They are the terror. Under them, defense budgets, which then denied you. Listen, see how they unleashed the terror. Let me explain it to you. Before they came in, it was only Borno and the French states around them, right, who were experiencing terrorism of the jihadists in that northeast part of Nigeria. And before this APC, Egbekegbe came in, we had hundreds of arrested terrorists who are there awaiting trial. We have others who are already standing trial and waiting for conviction. In Nigeria, outside Nigeria, over their different collaboration on how they are moving money, weapons, and how they are, placing their target and all that in Nigeria. The first person that condemned the clamp down on the terrorists was Buhari. El Rufaya of Kaduna, the Kaduna little finger. And so many of these, the stalwart of today's jihadist APC, Egbekegbe, they condemned all of that. But what changed? When they came in 2015, there was no single local government or single town in any part of northern Nigeria under the control of the terrorists. Well, miraculously, the same Nigerian army, they were able to push these terrorists away and they conducted election there. But immediately APC, Egbekegbe came in. They relaxed the onslaught on the terrorists. They gave them enough time, 6 months, to regroup. By the time they would emerge again in 2016, you remember it was when Buhari came in. The Boko Haram terrorists and all of that, right, died down because they have been pushed out of all the territory that Shekau control straight into the Sahel. But immediately Buhari came in, they relaxed that. True life, true story. They relaxed the security in the name of they are putting everything together to crush the insecurity in northeast of Nigeria, Borno State in particular. For 6 months, the Buhari dins, the Buhari didn't. The Buhari dinotus, the Buhari dijatus, the Buhari shukus, the ungoziaris, the unekaharis, the obedient fools, the humbled slaves, and the sophisticated morons. They went into town jubilating, celebrating that Buhari's body language has pushed the terrorism to an end. How many of you remember that? Aha. Until January 2016, when the terrorists have properly regrouped. This time around, they did not just come alone. They came like a hydra-headed snake. That is why they came with
Boko Haram 1, Boko Haram 2, ISWAP, Fulani bandit, Fulani terrorist, and so many other kind of other criminals. And when they came, they did not just come to Borno, they took over Borno. They now spread over the rest of the northeast. They spread over to the north central. They spread over to the northwest. Guess what? That north central part is where you have all those Benue, Plateau State, Kwara, I think Yobe, maybe Taraba. That's where you have all of them. And you know what happened to them in the space of between 2016 and 2020. You know that. That was the workbook, the template of fighting or ending insecurity by APC. Egbe. And then suddenly, those who were standing trial before they came in, Kabiru Shokoto from prison, he started doing naming ceremony. His wife, he started giving birth. How? Because he's no longer in prison. Then the next thing we were going to see, Kabiru Shokoto, who bombed the church in Madala, the Madala bomb, the Christmas bomber in Abuja. Kabiru Shokoto is now suing Nigeria for wrongful detention, demanding for compensation under APC. Egbe. That's not all. In their own technique of fighting insecurity in Nigeria, there is no court appearance for terrorists anymore. All you read is about this has happened, that has happened, and they said the media should stop reporting it. Stop reporting it. If you report about all these killings, if you report about all this, invasion and all of that, you will be sanctioned and your platform will be shut down. That's their plan. Not just that. Rather than prosecute the terrorists, they are offering them amnesty. They called it rehabilitation of terrorists. How then and in all of this, nobody was consulted. No National Assembly, no conversation, no national discourse. They just brought the idea. Let us give them amnesty. Now, the more they give them, now those terrorists who kidnap school children, who raped school children, put them in family way. Some of those kidnapped children, some of them are not school children. Some of them are the children kidnapped in some of this community by these terrorists. Not even reported. Many of them, they are now with 2, 3, 4 kids. And the terrorists that kidnapped them, they are now called their husbands. Guess what? Those are the people now surrendering, repentant terrorists and their family, the kidnapped. You know what I'm talking about? The whole thing is so messed that they started dressing them up whenever they come out and say, we are surrendering, because they could no longer feed the mouth that they have now, created in the forest. Their crime, everything, forgiven. They dress them nice. They pop them up in front of cameras to say these people have repented. They are going to help the government to end the terrorism. But guess what? As they are doing all this madness, lives are being claimed. Properties are being destroyed. And Nigeria continue to bleed in order to fund the fight against terrorism. Look at that underhand kind of dealing. You want to end terrorism, you are offering terrorists, the free passage. When they sit down there for 2-3 months, when Nigeria happened to them, they go back into the forest, they abandon the children, abandon the women, the girls, they abandon them, they run back into the forest, and they continue with their crime. And then you are like, despite over 30,000 surrendered terrorists, how come? That terrorism hasn't ended in Nigeria because the government is the terrorist. But when they turn around and blame you for it, you can then understand why many of us don't listen to their narratives, because they are full of shite. The man that should be in charge of the country of 200 million people that currently are struggling with fuel, You are struggling with fuel right now in Nigeria. You have been struggling for that, suffering for it for the past almost 30 days now. Now that it has affected many of your own businesses. You know that there are many businesses, personal businesses, the businesses that are running the economy of Nigeria, not those businesses that are money laundering businesses for the politicians or those big ones that don't even pay any tax. So many of you are suffering in silence, but you are just murmuring about it. You don't know what to do. Go and get your PVC to go and vote for who? Of course, you have no idea. The people you are pretending to be running away from are the same people you have in mind to offer you somebody that you can possibly follow, because according to your senses, that number of you in that trap right there, you are not big enough, coordinated enough, agree enough to say enough. No, you don't. So you continue to pretend to yourself, pretending to pretending with ourselves. You need to go and get our PVC. To go and use it for who? Who are you going to use it for? When I say, are you going to use it for Showore? No, God forbid. Showore cannot win. Of course, now we all know now, because you rather go and do it for your criminal leader. So at the end of the day, go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. APC has failed us. Who are you going to next? DPD, Abi NDP or whatever. Abi, you continue. And you see this kind of Femi Adesina and his gang. Well. They are product of Nigeria. And if you look very well, if you pay attention very well, the likes of Femi Adesina and all of them, they are the reflection of the 200 million in that Nigeria. People just have their preferences. Femi Adesina is a pastor. Pastor Femi Adesina or Adesina. He is a role model to so many people. So when you listen to the people themselves, they are like a Femi Adesina Pro Max. Maybe you haven't really paid attention. APC, Egbekegbe's implosion. Make a mention that too, because it's important so that you won't feel surprised. Do you know that as you are all say, we go and get our PVC, poverty verification card, we must verify our poverty. We must validate our poverty validation card. That is what it is called. Because when you have intention, if you believe so much in your electoral system or political system, and you believe so much in that your fake 1999 constitution or what have you, then you should be able to have the confidence and say, for year, we die here, no PDP, no APC. Then people will take you serious about your poverty validation card. But some of you won't tell yourselves the truth. Continue to lie to yourselves. But you need to know this. This one is something that you probably have been hearing, but you've not been paying attention. Nigeria is a lawless place. As you are watching this video right now, APC they no get party executive. Do you know that? They have what they call caretaker. The reason why they have been avoiding to do Congress or convention to choose who are going to be the party executive is that once they have different faction that believe that whoever controls the party will control who gets the ticket. And you know that according to them, if you get the APC Egbekegbe's ticket, you are 50% guaranteed that you are going to what? You are going to win. Do you understand how they permuted that? The reason is not because they can win free and fair. None of them can win free and fair. But what happens is that they are at much advantageous position. They control their INEC, they control their military, control police, they control their DSS and then their civil defense and all of them. Everywhere that they can control, I mean, they will manipulate the process, they control that. So therefore, this gang of people who want to take over their APC, they are working day and night to ensure that Tifnubu doesn't have any kind of leeway in that. So they're like, cherry picking those they can trust and who can have the upper hand. But as we speak, that was why they kicked out Oshiomole. Remember, Oshiomole was a compensation chairman for Tifnubu when APC, CPC, the people where they cause the problem, for their wing, they are the CPC, the Malamu, the Babashir Lawal, the Bokwari, and all of them kind of, the jihadists like that, right? Will mix up with armed robbers, opportunists from the south that form the APC. So the people where they try to claim to be in charge of, you know what I mean, of APC, the Kaba, they are the CPC gang, the Malamu, Erufaya, Amosun, and on like that belong to. So when they kicked out Tifnumbu, and Tifnumbu couldn't have a say in their ministerial selection in 2015, disgracefully, he left Nigeria for France. And for like 18 months, he just stayed away until when they started trying to bring him back so that he could become the APC, Egbekegbe Reconciliator Chairman. That is Tifnumbu. Among other requests he made in order to come back and do that job for them so that Buhari can go for second term and they can still use the platform they built for Buhari to be president, APC, Egbekegbe, in 2019. Condition Tifnumbu gave them was, you are going to give me the party chairman. And that was where Oshiomole came in, that they sacrificed Maiyegun. Remember the story? So it's all about party supremacy on who is going to make it easier for you to become APC candidate. Once you are able to control the party, that's it. But the CPC gang, they were waiting for him. When they got whatever they wanted to get, you see what they did to Oshiomole. They kicked him out. Since then, they have been unable to do a convention, been a Congress, because once you do that, now from that moment, you will see many of them. The people you have been hating on, many of them have been part of this strangulation and whatever. They will jump ship. They will join PDP. So just like what happened to PDP, because of this, they now decided that a sitting governor, the governor from Yobe, will now be the party chairman of APC. He's been the party chairman since Oshiomole left. Now that implosion, don't they jam legal confrontation now? You know what I mean? They were supposed to do their convention, 21 days. They will give 21 days notice to INEC, do their convention, declare their party executive, then give date for their Congress to select aspirants, to select candidates. Now, legally, they are running out of time if they have not run out of time already. 21 days. If they have 21 days plus, today is 11, right? Well, today is 11th. So if you have 21 days, it makes it 32 days. That is now more than the required legal days for them to have a party executive in place, which means if they don't have it in place, I'm just saying according to their bogus paper, if they don't have this in place, then they will likely be automatically not be participating in 2023, which is going to be a different ball game entirely. But here is the funny part. Buni he has left Nigeria, if he hasn't already. He left Nigeria for medical trip. Buhari left Nigeria for medical trip, right? Buni is in Dubai, and he handed over to another governor as caretaker. Now, they don't know how to announce how their convention will go now. You get what I mean now? So as we speak, like I told you, we are waiting for when they self-destruct. But I'm not really interested in them. I am just interested in the trickle down of the whole thing, which comes down to the Atoles of Lagos. So when it finally collapsed and crashed down, and the reality began to set in, majority of those who are telling you or mocking Igboho, making saying all manner of rubbish and all of that, or because they are waiting for Tifnumbu to become their APC Egbekegbe candidate, once they can't get that anymore, they will do what MC Olueran did. What did he do? He declared independence, even though it didn't last. Because as we are talking right now, I feel like say another superior authority don't dethrone MC Olueran. Just last week, they were celebrating the fact that, MC Olueran is now ambassador, NDLEA ambassador, which means is as the NURTW chairman in Lagos. And you all know the story of MC, and you also know the source of his power. His source of power comes from political patronage from the likes of Tifnumbu and gang. And they act as well as the muzzles for the politicians. Just like the pastors, rub my back, I rub your back, and then we're all fine. We will muzzle the people, then we also give the same muzzle to you whenever you need us to retain your own political power. When you retain your political power, then we keep whatever is ours as ours, and that's it. So everything was fine until yesterday. Me, I don't know the full story waiting up. I actually know the full story of what happened, but that's actually not what I wanted to share with you. Now, MC Olueran decided to call a press conference. Say, listen, this nonsense must stop. Lagos is not part of Nigeria. What is the meaning of NURTW? National Union of Road Transport Workers, Abi? NURTW. I think that's for National Union of Road Transport Workers. Aha. Now, Lagos State, you now have Lagos State Road Transport Workers or something. Or Lagos State Union of Road Transport Workers, and MC Olueran is the president. That is the trouble in paradise 2023.
Sorry. In fact, we have protested to the Lagos State government about the state of affairs in our union. Being a law-abiding and responsible citizen, we have decided to explore all avenues for peace in the interest of all. We will not support any action that can threaten the peace that we cherish so much in Lagos State. Therefore, I, Comrade Musiliu Ayinde Akisoya, on behalf of the State Administrative Council, SAC, State Executive Council, SEC, members and the entire union, rank and file members of the NURTW, Lagos State Council, with over 200 branches and zones, hereby resolved to 1. In the national body of NURTW for peace to reign in Lagos State. And 2, write to Lagos State Governor, Lagos State Ministry of Transportation, MOT, and other relevant agencies about our decision. It is important to state that our action is in line with Section 40 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1990, as amended, which provides as follows. 1999 as amended, which provides as follows. A, every person shall be entitled to assembly freely and associate with other persons, and in particular, if they form or belong to any political party, trade union, or any organization for the protection of his or her interests. This means that every person shall be entitled to join an association and exist freely without molestation. In view of this and the crisis at hand, Lagos State government is hereby invited to consider its white paper on transport union activities 2004 section 5C, which states that the government should take over the management of any garage or motor parks where there is crisis until such is resolved.
You guys are not nice. You're talking to ambassador like that. He's there because, you know what I mean? The person is reading his, I would have preferred him to just read it in Yoruba or like say his mind. You see all this protocol, this itself, nah, nonsense. He wanted to declare Lagos Agberos independence of all the national Agbero. Why are you using English and writing things like 1999, 1990 Constitution as amended? Where did they have, that kind of thing? That's the only thing I don't like about that. He should have used his language, the same street language. But here is the trouble in paradise. I don't care if you continue to pretend, because some of you love to pretend, but it doesn't really matter. When it comes to political violence, that is where you see MC and many of them, and that is where they make their money. It is not just from what they take from the people. It is what they do for the supposed honorable men and women that pretended to be speaking for you, but they are rogues. They are the muzzle. Maybe you all remember when they said, what you go MC Obema Kenje, MC don't this, MC that. They rushed him to America. You remember? It is violence. So don't bring that bull crap about this. And do you want to hear the truth? When you say, but they are transporters, they are transport, whatever union they call it, the way they operate is completely illegal and immoral. You know it. They are the only people who have the license to hold guns, and they can shut down the entire state in a whole day. They are harmed because those guns are supplied to them by politicians or facilitated by the same politicians in political offices in Lagos State. Now, he's a very, very good son to Ashiwaju Anwole, Ashiwaju Anwogbewiri. So you can't twist that, because their motto, their way is violence, extortion, blackmail, and, death. So their operation is completely illegal, but not with the people using them. So they were so big in Ibadan too, you remember? And then we were sitting here, they said, they have stopped all the pure Agberos, all of them. Nobody, they collect any money from any garage again. And I was one of those who came here to say, bravo. Seyi Makinde, bravo. I don't know, say, Nagenje Sakamanje. Olegbe, Olegba. And because me, sometimes I want to see things away from politics. Because to me, if you pay attention very well, very, very well, politics is involved in so many things that you probably not paying attention to. Politics of lies, deceit, hidden in plain sight. So what are they doing? They said garages are controlled by, they know garages are controlled by thugs. I'm talking about violent thugs. Politicians know that. They now put a book together, 1, 2, 3. They say, we're going to start garage managers. We're stopping everybody from collecting. That was brilliant. Number one, it was going to boost the state revenue. All those money that goes into the hands of all those thugs. All those thugs. So many of them are now grown old. They are now older people pretending to be honorable men and women. I'm allergic to this. Violent people who have managed to escape their own judgment for their own crimes. Government is taking over. They know. Only for Seyi Makinde to now create. They say, park managers. They now created some. They say disciplinary committee. That disciplinary committee. What's their job? They are just disciplinary committee. They can't put a killer, a murderer,
as the chairman. That's the guy that went to kill somebody in Sunday Igboho's house. Auxiliary. So now that the Wahala want to enter Lagos and they will start shooting and killing themselves, MC Olueran is suspended. Lagos ESCO is disbanded. MC is now know nothing when it comes to this. I wanna decrease, wanna they think at all in this Lagos. If they born you well, yeah, appoint another person to be the chairman of Agberos in Lagos and see war. Then Sanwo Iku said, we are taking it over. We don't want any Agbero in the garage and in garages anymore. See the bobo. We don't want Agbero anymore. We are going to create park managers. You know what that means? Then they will just do, though eventually what they will do is that they will just say, everywhere MC Olueran, go and appoint your people there, which is going to be in his favor. But now, that's why I said, with what I saw in Ibadan, now they said they are doing a park manager in Lagos. I said, park manager. It is still all extortion. Same of the same. Trust me. Anyway, I thought I should tell you that when I saw that, I was like, there is trouble in the paradise. And we're going to be here to witness a lot of that. Now, the sweetest part of this conversation today. Remember, we have this petition put together as part of the effort to get the Yoruba people to speak in a very loud, massive voice that they actually want a referendum and they want to leave Nigeria. Now, we talk about putting words into, putting actions into our words. This is part of that. Now, this is what I figured out that we can do when people approached me about the petition. I said there are ways we can get this really, really up. Thanks so much to those who came up with that initiative. I've been briefed, quite well. One moment. So I've been briefed quite well on how this is going to go. And what I think we should do is to learn how can we make this really, 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 to the point. We are looking for 5 million Yorubas all over the world. If you're a Yoruba son and daughter, your children, all of them, they can all put up and sign up. And there's something else you can do. First, I'm going to show you the petition, okay? I'm going to share the link in the comment section now, okay? I'll share the link to it. What you should do is that if you want to go straight to it now, click on it and open it. It's going to open on another page, and then it's going to look like this. So if you're a Yoruba man, woman watching me right now, I want you to please pay attention to this. If you are interested, this is how this looks. One moment. So we have over 50,000 people who have signed this. The uniqueness of this petition is that it is a petition that is quite standard and put on a standard platform where it has its own website. The uniqueness of this is that it is not just about the petition. There's a lot you probably want to know about the Yoruba nation struggle and campaign. And if you really want to, this is a very, very unique website to go to. I've managed to play around it just a little bit. You can do the same. First, let me share the link with all my viewers from wherever you're watching from right now. So check the comment section. I'm going to try and pin it. Now, if you click and open that link, and it takes you here on your screen right now, you can easily go down where we have now we have over 58,000 people, nearly 59,000 people have signed this petition. Okay, when you open that link, right? When you open that link I just sent into the comments, let me see if I can pin it up. for everyone who is interested in checking it out. If you're watching me on Facebook, watching me on YouTube, just take a moment and check the comment section. This is what you are going to see on your screen. Okay. So, and that is Ominira Yoruba 2022.org. Do you get that? You can even type it on your phone right now or on your laptop. So we can do it together. All right. So Ominira Yoruba 2022.org. And when you get in, this is where it's going to bring you to. All right. Yoruba independence. It is time. So this is the petition. It's going to ask for your name, Orukoyi. It's going to ask for your email address. Yani fọ́nrán ayélujára àtẹ̀ránṣẹ́. And then it's going to ask for your phone number, which is going to be ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀. Gender, ṣọkùnrin ni yín, ṣé obìnrin ni yín. Sọ síbẹ̀, tẹ́ bá tap á fún yín ní options yẹn. So tẹ́ bá scroll up, á béèrè pé kí ni àwọn tí a fẹ́ kó sign petition yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ọmọ ọdún méjìdínlógún, 18 plus. So ṣẹ̀rí bẹ́ẹ̀, so they can state that there. Ibo ni state of origin tí ẹ wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ká mọ̀ bí tí Nàìjíríà pín yín sí. We need to know where after they demarcated Nigeria according to the way they wanted. Let us know where they are currently, divided you to be as a state. Ìpínlẹ̀. Then you can submit this. You understand that now? So now, movement is so easy, very straightforward. Only orúkọ yín, email yín, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ máa gbọ́ updates, phone number yín, ṣọkùnrin ni yín àbóbìnrin, kí ni ọjọ́ orí yín, age, ibo ni ìpínlẹ̀ yín lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí, submit. It's as simple as that. Wá share. Now, let me tell you something else I have tried to do myself in order to help this petition to go further, faster, further and further to the people that need to see the petition, increase the number, and you know what I mean now? Increase the number and see how fast we can get closer. You know what I did? After sharing the link on my Facebook, right? I decided to put ad on it, to pay for an ad. That simply means it goes further. So I decided to put £200 on it. You know, me, I have shared it. Other people will see it normally. However, one sec. One sec. Okay, so Boshewaya, it is now under review. So what I did is that I shared it and I'm also promoting it on my platform. Do you understand what I mean? It simply means that not just those who are your friends, for those of you who, one sec. So for those who have some bigger platforms here and there, you get what I mean now? You can do the same after you share the, what do you call it? After you share the link, you can even make it a video. You know, you can do a short video and you can go onto the platform there and describe how you know better to tell people how to do it. Okay. So after you do, let me even refresh it. 58,000 people have signed it. And I bet the people who have been working on it, they are doing a tremendous job, right? So, and apart from that, right, you can take a short, kind of a shorter tour of the, let me see, where is that again? Yeah, there's nothing much there for now. So yeah, it's so straightforward. And then, you know, Let me see if I can submit mine. Olushola, let me do it with you. Olushola. Hero. So 4 so 60 email be Gmail, something like that, or more current me, and then Kenny age me 38 ọmọdún méjìdínlógójì tí wọ́n pín sí ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. And then submit. So, something will pop up on the screen, at the top of the screen, and it will say Òmìnira Yoruba. I don't know if that pops up. Let me see if you have that on your screen. One sec. So it's as simple as it's as simple as that. Once you submit, they receive it, and that's it. See, 59,194 people. You remember it was 58,800 and something earlier. Now it's and that's how it works. So straightforward. You know what I mean? That means we've got over 100 people who have signed it in the last 1 minute. I mean, the last 5 minutes or so. It's as simple as that. Click on that link. Just put it in there. That's the petition. That's it. I believe. Do you get that now? So, and when you do that, if you have the wherewithal, right, you can just copy the link and you go onto your Facebook. Let me see if I can show you that. For example, let's say we want to use Facebook. Okay. So I'm going to try and show you that as well. One sec. So how to fill the petition, which is there. Some are saying that, well, petition will not do it. Well, if you think the issue of campaigning for the independence of the Yoruba people, self-determination and all that is solely on petition, then you have no idea. That's all I can tell you. You get what I mean? Now you have no idea what is actually going down. So for those who knows that whatever is required to put into this is one of the easiest parts of it, which takes just about 1 minute, 60 seconds, and you'll be fine, right? So let's say I've copied the link, right? Now let's say I want to not just post or share or whatever, right? I also want to boost it. Somebody is asking if the Biafrans are, no, they are not allowed to. Sorry. Yeah, as a Biafran or a non-Yoruba, you are not allowed to sign that. The petition is pretty much like an online referendum, which is going to be like a signature, collection of signature. It's called a digital signature. That you can, if you can have 5 million people who demands that they actually want to leave. Guess what? It is substantial in the process of something that is that they are working on, I believe. So now, when you get yeah, but you can help us share it and just say, if you're a Yoruba man, you should try and sign this petition. Sign it, and before you know it, the number will swell. 5 million may sound so much to so many people, but this is the digital world. That is where some of you comes in. Okay, so if you have good money, when you copy the link, you can add some short Jara words to it. Okay, and then or if you make a video like that, right, on Facebook for now, if I want to boost it, right, I won't just post it as you are seeing it on my screen right now. I will just come here and click on boost. Now, with that, if I click post now, is going to post the link and whatever message I had to it, and it will also ask me to fill in where do I want people to see this message. So I have done it. I have put 200 pounds on that in my own way. My friends will see and share. Some of my friends have already been seeing it even before I share it, right? So what I have done is that I have now officially shared it, right? And at the same time, I've also promoted it so that more and more people will likely see it. Same way, the same way you are sharing it and all of that, everything that could come into it. Some of you can do the same. For some of you who can actually understand what I'm saying, when you do this, you will be surprised at the level, the distance, the way this is going to actually go. You get what I mean now? So, what's that? Yeah. So I just thought I should share that with you before we proceed. I have a plan. Well, I had a plan of taking a few calls tonight, but because we started late and it's also getting kind of late now, I'll say. So let me see. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to take much calls, but I will have another time that I'm going to spend with you that we can possibly catch up. Where some of you will be like, Maiyegun, that your broadcast on so time. I wanted to say something about that. But whatever it is now, we will do that some other time. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. Did I actually cover everything that I wanted to talk about? Yes, I think I did. It's just that, the time and all that is an issue there. But however, thank you to every one of you who actually turned up and stayed back to this hour. I'm going to see you some other time, okay? So do all you can within your own space and make whatever difference you want to make happen in all of these noble causes, I call them, right? Do them and watch how they blossom, how they all form together at the end of the day. And then, like Baba Akintoye said, it is, the journey seems not to be far anymore. He told me that. And I'm thinking if I could possibly bring Baba Akintoye over this weekend and possibly Baba Adesina as well. There are some things they are working on, and in a way, they have been very much in touch as well. It's beautiful talking to them in particular. It's beautiful, and they are so proud of what we did or what we are doing on Maiyegun's Diary Politico as well. Very, very proud of that, and they actually want us to do even more. And they are also willing to give this support to every one of us on this platform, because they have seen that it seems to be a sort of a comradeship on Maiyegun's Diary Politico, that everyone seems to get along well, and they can do anything as long as they are still very much together. So they are going to come on Maiyegun's Diary Politico. I'll have a chat with them better on this, and I will possibly bring Baba Akintoye on Maiyegun's Diary Politico this Sunday. Okay, so I hope some of Baba's handlers are also watching. Yes, you'll be receiving a call from me, and that call is going to be based on how we are going to bring Baba over and what we will be doing together going forward. Building on the success of what we have done, where we are today is indeed the task, I would say. So thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the time. And please do your part, no matter how little. Nothing is impossible until they are done. So go for it, and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àníyàn sọ́ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti